Hey everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Joe and this is Not So Average Joe. Today I'm going to be doing a trailer reaction for Aquaman, the new Aquaman trailer. I'm very excited about this. DC haven't had the best of times with various films such as Batman vs Superman. DC tends to go a bit too dark with his films and has, a lot less relatable humour than a lot of Marvel films have. And the story tends to get left behind quite a bit, and I know various films have had production issues such as Justice League and Batman vs Superman, but hopefully this will turn it around. My main issue with Justice League, I did have a few problems with it, and my main issue was that although the major characters we know about such as Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, I think they were quite fairly represented in that film. I think a lot of the background characters and the other main characters in the Justice League were left completely behind, Aquaman included, where, he's in a couple of shots, take his shirt off, a couple of little shots in Atlantis, and that's about it. I think what the Justice League suffered from is having no backstory films for some of their main characters. With Marvel's Avengers, you had all the main characters with either their own film or appearing in some of them films before the actual first Avengers came out. You had Thor, you had Iron Man, you had Captain America, and with Scarlett Johansson's Scarlet Witch, with Scarlett Johansson's Black Widow and Hawkeye appearing in these films before the Avengers came out, and we got to know the backstory, we got to learn about them, and it flowed really well. It didn't with Justice League, although one of the great successes of DC in recent times. They've not had a lot of luck since The Dark Knight, but was Wonder Woman, and I think it's great. I really want to see more superhero films with women in the leads. I think there are many female superheroes that are such great characters, and they could easily make a film and make a film really interesting, but they're always left behind quite a lot. I mean, whether you've got Black Widow, who seems to have the least to do in a film, any film that she's in. Scarlet Witch was really underrepresented in a lot of films until the most recent Avengers, which I thought she had quite a lot of representation in there. I want to see more strong female superhero characters. I think Wonder Woman appealed to a lot of people for that reason, but not just that. It was actually genuinely a well-written film. It was well filmed. The sound, the music, and I liked the writing. It was a great film. I thought the humour was much better well placed than in a lot of other DC films. So I am looking forward to Aquaman. I want to see Aquaman. I want to see a few more films out from the characters before the next Justice League comes out, because we need to get to know the characters better. They were so poorly represented in the film, in my opinion, and this will hopefully remedy that. So, Aquaman, new film starring obviously Jason Momoa from Game of Thrones fame and Willem Dafoe, one of my favourite actors. I love Willem Dafoe. Last year, Florida Project was one of my favourite films, but I also love him in a lot of his collaborations. He has collaborations with Wes Anderson, with Schaefer, with Lars von Trier, obviously. He also stars in a previous superhero series called Spider-Man, if you don't know, as Osborn. And yeah, I'm excited that he's in it. You've got Patrick Wilson, who's known for films such as The Conjuring, and surprisingly the director is James Wan, who's known for his horror films, including The Conjuring and Insidious, in which Patrick Wilson stars. And it's interesting. I know there's some complaints that DC films are too dark, and that they go too dark and there's not enough relatable humour, and it leaves the story behind a lot. James Wan is a horror director, so I'm expecting it to be quite dark. We'll have to wait and see, but a lot of his films are really good, and I know a lot of the writing in his films I really enjoy, so hopefully it's a well written film. I don't know who's actually written it, let me just check. The writer for this film is several people I've never heard of, so yeah. But the story is by James Wan. That's important. James Wan, I think, is a good writer. So hopefully that'll go the way I want it to go. So I think we should get on with the trailer. I'm really excited, and I can't wait. Let's go.
My father was a lighthouse keeper. My mother was a queen. But life
Backstory.
is a way of bringing people together.
Like I was hoping there'd be a backstory to it.
Unite our worlds one day.
Check it out, Arthur.
So he's half human, half sea queen. Ooh, not sure about the CGI.
They made me what I am.
He really does speak to the fish.
Permission to come aboard.
This is looking more fun. It's looking more
I've been
fun.
looking for you. Your half-brother, King Orm, is about to declare war upon the surface world.
Not sure about the overuse of CGI.
The only way to stop
A lot
this
of
war
CGI,
is for
isn't it?
you to take your rightful place as king.
Trust me, I am no king.
You do your best thinking when you're not thinking at all.
Nice.
That was the worst pep talk ever.
Keeping the
one's
humour
dropped
from Marvel films. It's probably a good choice. Come on, yeah. Good to younger children as well
Welcome
as
home.
adults. The special effects there are stunning though. Reminds me of Avatar a bit.
Brother has come from the
That's
service
beautiful.
to challenge me for the throne.
I call it an ass whooping.
Underwater gladiator.
I'm no leader.
This does have that sort of epic feel to it.
Came
I hope they do
to have no
include the
choice.
CGI.
Came to save my home and the people that I love.
You think you're unworthy to lead because you're
Typical
two
cliche
different
love
worlds.
story in there. Whoa,
That is
is
exactly
epic.
why you
Okay.
are worthy.
It's interesting, weird. Not what I was expecting.
The war is coming to the surface.
Laser sharks.
I'm bringing the wrath of the seven seas
Can we already
with
see
me.
that in Goldmember? Interesting.
We're here.
What do you do?
You should have a parachute.
Redheads, you gotta love them.
Don't know why we're jumping off into a desert if he's Aquaman, but you know, whatever. Maybe he's Moses, maybe he's bringing water to the desert. Alright, so that was interesting. A few things I picked up on. A lot of the animals don't seem to be. A lot of the fish, whether the lobster, sharks, many of them don't seem to be animals. They seem to be homogenized. They seem to be more human, which is weird. I'm not sure what to think about that. I'm not keen on the CGI element. I understand there's areas where you need CGI with like the giant tidal waves. If you've got crowd scenes, you might need a bit of CGI. I understand with many things, but I don't think the majority of fight scenes should be in CGI, especially if it's just one-on-one. I don't think weapons should be CGI, and I don't think individual animals should be CGI, unless it's as as epically done as something like Avatar or the Jungle Book. There are scenes in there that look amazing. That giant ocean scene with all of the I don't know what to call them, mermen and the fish in there, that looked amazing. And the underwater scene with the jellyfish and the gladiator scene, it looks interesting. I understand the gladiator element. I mean, this is meant to be Atlantis, which is... Well, Atlantis was originally Greek, wasn't it? Or was it Roman? I think it was Greek, but either way, at them times there were gladiator duels, they had Colosseum, so it would make sense with the culture. So it looks like they've got the cultural side actually relatively correct. I know I'm going into too much depth with this film. I know it's a fictional film and Atlantis is a fictional place, possibly. But that looked really interesting. I was expecting a backstory. There is a backstory. Him as a baby, grown up, mother was not human, father was human. The usual type of cliche superhero backstory. And cliche superhero love story, where they just, they go back and forth with crude jokes to each other. They don't seem to sort of get on at first, but then afterwards, they fall in love. That's where it seems like it's going. I'm not sure about that. there were a lot of weapons catching before they hit your face. There was the sword, there was the trident catching just before it hits your face. I mean, a lot of the fighting in there doesn't seem original at all. I don't know what to think of it. It's exciting though. It looks like the CGI is not finished, and I hope that's the case. It is the first official trailer, so I presume that it's not finished. So I'm not that worried about the CGI at the moment. I'll wait until we get further into other trailers or until the actual film comes out. A lot of it is set underwater, and that's what you'd expect from an Aquaman film, you know, especially if it's his origin stories. Yeah, it's looking fun. They've got the fun element in there from a lot of the Marvel films, and even if they're the only comic parts of this film, they did the right thing to put it in the trailer, because that's what entices a lot of people. You need a bit of humour in there. This is how humans react naturally. You know, in dangerous situations, you might say some humorous things just to make things seem a lot lighter, make things seem a lot better than they are, no matter how grave the circumstance. So yeah, I'm looking forward to this film. I actually can't see much James Wan in there. It's maybe with the music a little, but James Wan doesn't even do the music in terms of his films. So it's interesting. It's a different film to what he's done usually. And I'm glad we're getting a backstory to Aquaman. It's been long awaiting. How long have people been waiting for an Aquaman film? I mean, you can tell me in the comments. Decades, I'm sure. Anyway, yeah, I look forward to seeing this when it comes out. I'm pretty hyped. Some of the scenes were epic. Not sure about CGI. That's pretty much the gist of it. So thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. If you've got any comments you want to leave for me, then leave them in the box below. I'll be happy to reply and to have a chat about various themes of this film and about superhero films in general. Yeah, I look forward to you returning to my channel for the next video. Thanks for watching.